Hey guys, it's Alyssa from Online Fabric Store, and today I'm going to show you how to make a portable sunshade. Hop in the car and head to the hardware store to pick up 4 side outlets, 90-degree socket, 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 elbow fittings. They look like this. 6 5-foot sections of PVC pipe, and 2 2.5-foot sections of PVC pipe. I asked the people at the hardware store to cut these sections out for me, but the guy told me you can do so pretty easily at home with a hacksaw or even a really sharp serrated knife. Start with the top of the sunshade, which is going to be along the width of your fabric. I'm using 3/4 inch PVC pipe, so I'm folding the fabric over 3 inches to give myself a little bit of wiggle room. Fold the raw edge just under to give it a nice, finished look and pin it in place. Then sew along that edge, and to reinforce the area and also to make it look really professional, sew a second stitch right alongside the first. Now it's time to work on the bottom edge of your shade, which will be opposite the edge that you just sewed. Fold the fabric over 2 inches towards the underside of the shade. Like before, fold that raw edge just under to hide it and pin it in place. Sew this edge in place with that double stitch. This step is totally optional, and I'm using fringe trim, but you could also use lip cord trim, or if you don't want any, then skip it. Starting just below the channel at the top of the shade, I am taking it slow and lining the trim up to the edge as I go and sewing all the way down to the very bottom. Obviously, you can make this shade close to any way you want, so if you choose the option of not having trim, and if you want to hide those raw edges towards the bottom of the shade, do so before you sew your channels. Install 5 eyelets along the bottom of your shade. If you've never installed eyelets or grommets before, or if you want a refresher on the steps, I'm going to link that tutorial above and in the description down below. There are a few different ways to make this shade, and I am going to be putting the tent stakes directly through the eyelets, but you can absolutely use twine or rope if that works better for the size of your shade or the kinds of stakes you're using. I'm using a yoga mat strap to carry the shade around so I don't have to chase around a separate bag when I'm at the beach. This is a super easy project, and I'll link that tutorial above and down below if you want a little more information, but you're going to want to put the webbing through the D-ring, then bring the webbing back under the flat side and through the ring, and then sew right there. The general idea of this shade is to create a frame that you're able to hammer into the ground for stability. The front-facing PVC pipe goes through the channel on the front of the fabric and drapes over the back half of the frame. So to get into the nitty-gritty, take the 2.5-foot sections and put the 90-degree sockets on all 4 ends. Like I said, you're making a frame, so the other socket should face inwards, and then there is one that is going to face down. Now connect the segments with a 5-foot piece of PVC. Slide one of the other 5-foot sections of PVC through the channel at the top of your shade. And complete the frame by sliding this segment into the last 2 sockets. Make sure that your fabric hangs up and over the opposite side of the frame. Take the remaining 5-foot segments and pop them into the sockets that face the ground to make leg stands. For a little extra stability, you can use a mallet and hammer the legs into the ground a little bit. Finally, pull your shade out at a 45-degree angle to your stand and secure it in place with the stakes. To take it down, simply follow these steps in reverse. Put all of the PVC pipe inside of the shade and roll it up. Then use the yoga mat strap to tote it around. I know that was really wordy, so here's that process again, start to finish.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more crafting tutorials, tips, and tricks, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
The materials you will need for this project are 3 yards of Suntex fabric, large eyelets with the kit, fringe trim, 2 yards of 1-inch webbing, 2 D-rings, ground stakes, 3/4-inch PVC pipe and fittings that can be found at your local hardware store, and a sewing machine and thread.